Yeah, I've seen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for your social media tips and tricks featuring the Monica Adams of Monica Social. Who am I? Well, I'm Alex Ward, the broker owner of Maxwell Devonshire Realty, your favorite broker owner. And today we have the pleasure of learning how to effectively use hashtags in your Facebook business. Monica, thanks for joining us yet again on this Tuesday. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to make it so that I'm live on Instagram, live on Facebook, so that I'm looking at both of you while I'm speaking this time. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Definitely give us some feedback if you think we could do something a little different on the Instagram side of things. But I wanted to dive in today about hashtags for Facebook. So I'm even going to go down to the basics of what are Facebook hashtags. So Facebook hashtags are clickable links created by adding the number symbol to words and phrases and added to your Facebook post. If someone clicks on the certain Facebook hashtag or searches for it, they'll see more posts containing that hashtag. This helps them learn more about the topic and discover more content related to it. I always get asked this lately because some people will say, hey, use hashtags on Facebook, and some people won't. The resources that I did some research over the weekend, and this is actually for 2024, do hashtags still work for Facebook? The answer from Sprout Social, which is a very reputable resource, is saying the short answer is yes. So hashtags on Facebook turn into clickable links to categories, conversations on the platform. A search for something like hashtag NFL will bring up Facebook posts related to NFL. This allows people to keep up with conversations related to the league and updating anything they want to find out about the NFL. So if we're going to think about how does this relate to the real estate industry, sometimes it's okay. I always will tell my clients that using up to 2 to 3 hashtags on Facebook and no more than that. So sometimes you'll see on Maxwell Devonshire, sometimes I use hashtags on Facebook, sometimes I don't. But it is good rule of thumb to, again, play along with what works. So if you're wanting to think about using hashtags on Facebook, there's a couple of things you need to think about first. So when you're using a hashtag, some of the things that I'll sometimes see is that people are putting multiple hashtags and not spaces in between. So avoid spaces in multiple hashtags. Sometimes I also see people using commas. You do not have to put commas in between your hashtags. That's another thing that I sometimes say. And making sure that we're using hashtags that are relevant to our industry. So if we're going to be using something like hashtag Yag real estate is a good one, or hashtag Edmonton, the location that you're selling your real estate in, is another good rule of thumb. Hashtag Sherwood Park, hashtag Leduc. Or if you just want to do the generic Yag Realtor is another good one. But I would say good rule of thumb is just stick to 1 or 2 for Facebook. So we're using hashtags at the end of the day to categorize conversations and topics. So if somebody wants to go look at, hey, I want to go look at posts that are to do with Edmonton, then people are going to look up hashtag Edmonton. Or if they're wanting to look up real estate for Edmonton on Facebook, they're going to look up hashtag Yag real estate. So thinking of those hashtags that you can utilize on Facebook is very important. Other than that, there is a couple of things that people will do as well that you will see that is okay, is sometimes people will incorporate a hashtag into a sentence. So something like, I'm a realtor in hashtag Yag. That is also okay, because then people will see the Yag and then know that you're a realtor in Edmonton. Also, when you click that Yag, then you're going to see on Facebook a bunch of stuff that comes up under that hashtag. Also, good morning, everybody who's tuning in. We have a few people, so I will even click the wave button back at you. But the biggest reason why use hashtags with reason. So we don't want to use, like on Instagram, we don't want to use like 5 to 10 or 15 hashtags. That is not what Facebook hashtags are all about. So the benefit of using hashtags on Instagram, though, is to increase brand exposure, encourage audience interaction. So when somebody sees hashtag YAG, maybe then they'll comment about something about Edmonton, and then sourcing questions and feedback. And it's just creating an experience for people that know where you're located if they're coming across your content. Of course, you can always search up your hashtags on Facebook. If you want to have a look, you can always go and search different hashtags that you can utilize, but just make sure that you're not using too many generic ones like hashtag, you know, cat or dog is going to be worldwide. So make sure you're keeping them localized to Edmonton or the area that you're selling your real estate in. But the importance of hashtags are still very relevant on Facebook. And this resource that I did my research on is literally up to date as in September 2024, because I like to make sure that I have the most update information and resources to give you guys all. So I would always say at the end of this is that use your hashtags effectively and make sure that you're not putting as many on as you are on Instagram. Because I know some people are just cross posting, but if you're going to cross post, just make sure you either don't put the hashtags on yet or you go back and edit them so that you don't have like 15 of them on Instagram because they don't work as effectively on Facebook. So of course, if you guys have any other questions about Facebook hashtags, definitely make sure that you reach out to me or Alex or put them in the comments on this on our Facebook or on our Instagram videos after and ask us those questions. And I can't wait to answer them for next Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in to our live, and I will see you again next week.
And Monica, what are we talking about next week?
Next week, we're going to go over hashtags for Instagram. So if you have any questions that you can think of right now for specifically Instagram hashtags, definitely reach out to me and put them in the comments and or send me a message and ask me those questions and I'll make sure I answer them next Tuesday. So thank you so much for tuning in and I hope this helps you with the world of hashtags.
Yeah, hashtag ask us a question.
There
That
we
was
go.
Monica Adams of Monica Social. I'm Alex Ward, broker owner of Maxwell Devonshire Realty, and we just presented social media tips and tricks. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. See you, everyone.